Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. This week we are memory planning the week of April 10th through to April 16th, and this was a very long time ago. So April, it is currently September when I'm doing this voiceover. It has been such a long time since I have sat down and filmed Plan With Me videos, since I've filmed a haul, since I've played with stickers, since I've done voiceovers. It has just been a chaotic, crazy, busy roller coaster of a few months. But I'm here now, I am back, and I'm hoping that all of my content can become consistent once again. So I'm trying to catch up on voiceovers because I do have a bunch of content already filmed for you all. I've just not had the time to sit down and edit it. And for anyone who watched my last Plan With Me video, you will know that I mentioned having issues taking my filmed content from my phone through into iMovie, which is what I use to edit my videos. It's not been cooperating, so I've had to do things the long way. And then I just recently got a new iPhone, which I am yet to open because I don't have a case for it. So there may be a little bit of trial and error involved in that once I have it all set up. But super long story just to say hi, hello, I am back. And I think I have a frog in my throat. So if I do clear my throat, I do apologize in advance. I don't know why all of a sudden, as I sit down to film a voiceover, my voice decides that it doesn't want to voice anymore. So as I said, we're planning out the week of April 10th to 16th. We are using a beautiful mystery kit from Scribble Prints Co. I am so excited that I actually got to use this kit. It is one of those kits that I have had in my collection for a long time. I've never known when to use it. My husband and I don't really go to any like fairs or festival or like fete type things. But this particular week we did actually go to the Royal Easter Show, which is a show that is held yearly in the state that we live, and it's basically like this huge big event. You know, there's rides, there's popcorn, there's little tasty treats, there's exhibitions, there's animal shows, there's like farming and agriculture type shows, there's wood chopping, there's just, it's all happening. And again, it's something that my husband and I, once upon a time at the beginning of our relationship, we went a couple of times, and then life happened and we didn't get back there, and it's just been every year we've wanted to go and we just for whatever reason haven't been able to, or didn't get the time, or whatever it may be. But this particular year we decided that it was the year that we were going to go back, and we did. And when I looked through my collection, because I'm being a bit more mindful of the kits that I use for certain events now, I looked at this, and whilst this is more sort of like a boardwalk type theme, I made it work. I think it works. Because again, you've got the elements of the rides, you've got, the ice cream and the candy, and the arcade games and things like that, and that's essentially what this show is all about. So I thought it was the perfect kit to use to commemorate this week. And I did have some time off this week, so it was fun to be able to use like a fun, a kit that I wouldn't usually use. And then I did pair it with some hollow foil that did come with the kit. I opted not to use the bottom washi foil overlays because mine were a little bit damaged. So I did instead use some Simply Gilded washi, which again, I'm not mad about because I tend to neglect my washi a lot of the time. So the fact that I'm getting to use it was great. And I did have a washi that's like suited this color palette perfectly, which was amazing. At one point I was going to use the rainbow washi, which you can see on the left hand side, and I kind of left it there as I planned to see, like, once I laid down all the full boxes, would that rainbow washi like pair well with it. Because the rainbow washi is beautiful, but try as I may, I've just not been able to find any kits that it goes well with. And it ended up being that once everything was down on the page, I still didn't like the rainbow washi. So I ended up using the Simply Gilded washi on the right hand side, which is a Stardust washi, which are my absolute favorites. I do not know which one it is, so forgive me. but I think it looks really, really fun with this spread at the end when you see like everything tied together. Um, but let's go ahead and jump into the plans and the events of the week. So, usual sidebar is how I market every single week. I've got my socials there, and then I have noted in the book that I was reading that week, which was Fear, which is part of the Gone series that I was reading for quite some time. I was doing really well with reading at the beginning of the year, and then I just stopped reading. Again, things happened, and I haven't picked up a book since. Not for not because I don't want to read, but just because like so much has happened, and I'll try and catch you up like as the videos. I kind of want to like get as much content out as I can, so I'm back up to date as much as I can be, so then I can sort of fill you in on everything. But it's just been crazy, so I've not really had the energy to pick up a book and like read and concentrate and follow a storyline. So there's that. But then moving into the plans for the week. So Monday was Easter Sunday. Wow. Monday was Easter Sunday. Yes. No. Monday was Easter Monday, so it was a public holiday for us where we live, so I didn't have to go to work. So it was a nice, chill, relaxed day. I did start my morning off with having some hot cross buns and a cup of coffee. And just to preface this, I don't actually mention where my stickers are from throughout the plans because I just end up running out of time. I run out of time as it is. So if you do want to know where anything specific is from, drop it in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But after I was done with my hot cross buns, I did do some filming, and then once I got done with filming, I sat down with my husband and we continued on our supernatural binge watch session. I then took a nap that afternoon, and then I have marked that night for dinner we had pizza and pasta. So whenever you see pizza and pasta marked in my planner, it means that my husband had pizza and I had pasta. Don't get me wrong, from time to time I will have pizza as well, but I really need to be in the mood for it, and I think my husband is kind of to blame for that. I do really enjoy my pasta, so like if I can eat pasta over pizza, I definitely will. But my husband is a pizza fanatic. Like he would eat it for every meal of every day for the rest of his life if he could. And I think very early on in the piece in our relationship, we just kind of had pizza all the time. And I don't know, I got over it really quickly. So really need to be in the mood for pizza. But ideally, I will select pasta over pizza every time. Moving on to Tuesday, I did mark having a lazy morning. Again, I had some time off, like I mentioned, so I didn't really do much of anything this week. But I had a lazy morning. Again, I did have my hot cross buns and coffee. This is the only time of year that I will eat hot cross buns. I don't eat them early. I don't eat them late. I will only eat them like the first hot cross bun that I will consume is on Good Friday, and then I will eat them until they're gone, and then that's it. After my breakfast, I did mark playing with stickers. I don't know specifically whether this means like I was catching up on things. I don't know whether I was organizing things, but I was doing something with stickers, so that makes me happy. And then I had a dietologist appointment. When I say dietologist, that's the name of the company that I'm actually working with, but it's a dietitian appointment. So I had one this day at 3 p.m. Kind of inconvenient timing, if I'm honest, but it is what it is. I obviously didn't have much to mark on this day because I've then marked that my car repayment came out, and then I've just marked off to finish the day there that I hung out with the boys being my husband and my dogs. Shuffling over to Wednesday, I did mark at the top there payday, so again, obviously short of things to mark this week, so I've marked payday in there. I've also marked having a YouTube binge, and then I've marked that I just had a super chill day. And then to finish out Wednesday, I marked having some Twitch hangs, doing some laundry, and then I uploaded a Plan With Me video as well. So, like I said, Monday through Wednesday, I've not really done much of anything as of right now. So on to Thursday. So Thursday was the day that we went to the Easter show. So first things first, before we went to the train station to get on the train, I did get a Macca's or McDonald's coffee. I cannot start my day without a coffee, so we detoured. I grabbed coffee. We probably grabbed something to eat as well. And then we got on the train and headed into the Royal Easter Show, which is actually the next thing that I marked on the planner. And I've then kind of like detailed our day. So the first thing that we did at the Easter show is we went and we did the animal walk. So the animal walk is basically all of like the farm animals. So you've got like your sheep, your pigs, your chickens, ducks, guinea pigs, those sorts of things, right up to your horses. Did I say horses? Cows, um, that sort of stuff. So we did that. And then we decided after that that we needed to get something to eat, and we wanted to, rather than sticking to things that we would normally gravitate towards, we wanted to be different. We wanted to try some of the fun foods this year. So I actually had some cheese loaded fries. They were like shoestring fries with like melted cheese and then like parmesan on the top. They were okay. They weren't amazing. I think my husband had pizza because, like I said, pizza over everything for him. So then after I had my cheese fries, we got up and we continued on our way, and we made our way over to the dog pavilion, which is literally what it sounds like. It's a pavilion full of show dogs. So like all the breeders bring their like best animals there, and they do like a show, like a walk around to see who's the best dog, that sort of thing. So we had a bit of a walk through there. I think we went quite late, so there wasn't as many dogs in there as there had been previous years when we'd gone. But we still got to see some cute little dogs. And then we went into the produce pavilion. So that's where they have like, they get all their fruit and veggies, and they, the farmers make like a display on the wall. They're really, really cool. And they have like all of the different produce from the farms, like honeys and jams and lollies and seeds and nuts and all of that fun stuff in one section. So we did a walk around there. Then we decided it was time for another snack, and this year they actually had pineapple Dole Whip, which is something that we have only ever had in Hawaii when we went to Hawaii on our honeymoon 5 years ago, and it was the most amazing tasting thing in my life. In Hawaii, they serve it in like a waffle cone, but when I say waffle cone, it's not like your traditional waffle cone. It's like a waffle, like a doughy waffle, and it's in like the like hang 10 hand symbol, and then like the pineapple Dole Whip, which is kind of like sorbet ice cream. They have that in the waffle. But at the Easter show, they were serving that in like a little cup. So I was absolutely going to get some of that. So I did. So my husband and I sat and shared that, and it was so delicious. Then we decided it was time to be big children, and we went and played some arcade games. So we did like popping balloons, and we played like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and ring toss and all those things. And then we decided we needed another snack, but not really a snack. We were thirsty, so we got some of the like hand squeezed lemonade, and it was so refreshing and so yummy. And then from there, we made our way to the show bag pavilion, which is always my favorite, although I feel like, again, they didn't have a lot. I don't know whether it's just because I'm getting older and I don't really like enjoy or get inspired by the same things that I used to. So I felt like there wasn't really a lot there. And the things that were there, value for money wise, it wasn't really great. I was someone who used to get like 20 show bags as a kid. And I think this year, my husband and I got like 6 show bags between us. So there's that. My favorite bag for this year was the Tim Tam bag. I got 2 mugs. I got like 4 packets of Tim Tams. It was great. And then we decided to grab some dinner. So we had some chicken tenders and chips with gravy, and we took that into the show pavilion where they do their like night entertainment. And we watched like The Man from Snowy River, and we watched like the stunt cars and all of that. So that was really fun. Then we watched the fireworks, and then that's basically like when they ended the show. So we made our way out, and as we were leaving it, like all of a sudden out of nowhere just poured down rain. So that was lots of fun. But that was pretty much our entire day at the show. That was our Thursday. We then went home and went to bed. On Friday, I marked having a sleep in, and then I've marked that I watched The Luckiest Girl Alive. I think that was on Netflix, I don't recall. After that, I backed up with another movie called 4 Good Days. I think that was with Mila Kunis, and I think, again, when I watched it, it was on Netflix. Good movie, very sort of roller coaster, very sort of eye-opening, if you're into that kind of thing, but it was a good movie. I've then marked that I had a cup of coffee and did a vitamin order, and then I've marked that my husband and I watched a movie that night, but I don't recall what it was, so I literally just marked watching a movie. On Saturday, I marked that I had a lazy morning, which comprised of a YouTube binge, and then again, for lack of things to mark on that day, I did mark that my phone bill was due. I've also marked that I did some guinea pig laundry. Again, you can tell that's why I had nothing to mark, that I've marked doing my guinea pig's laundry, which is basically just like washing his enclosure bedding and stuff. I then marked cuddle time, which is to mark spending time with my dogs, and then we watched another movie. I obviously don't remember what it was. And then on Sunday, I slept in. My husband and I had a supernatural binge. I did some more laundry. I watched some YouTube. I washed my hair, and I uploaded a Plan With Me video. And that concludes the week of April 10th through to the 16th. In just a minute, I assume I'm going to catch up. I must have lost some footage. I don't know. But I think you should see, like, I think I'll come back to you guys and you'll see the foiling, and I think I'll give a little wiggle and like do my leftovers. Yep, there you go. All filled in. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon for another Plan With Me video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now.